Hello, my dear students. Today we will talk about Unit 6 reading part about Turkey and its capital. The name of the capital of Turkey is Istanbul. The name of our unit sounds amazing, звучит изумительно. Let's go. Давай, поехали. So, listen, I will translate you some new words from the text, okay? Remember them.
Unit 6, pages 62 and 63. Reading.
Karen Rivers, winner of the Young Travel Writer Award, gives her personal view of a city to which she is a frequent visitor.
Istanbul, a city of two continents.
So you can see here the new word award. Award – это награда. Frequent visitor – частый посетитель.
Unit 6, Istanbul, a city of two continents. At the eastern end of Europe, where it is separated from Asia by a short, narrow channel of water, there is a vast and fascinating city. On either side of the Bosphorus stands Istanbul, the largest city in Turkey and one of the largest cities in the world. Sometimes called the Paris of the East and the City of the Seven Hills, this vibrant city, where ancient and modern stand side by side, has for centuries been known as a crossing point where East meets West.
So, separated. Отделенный. Channel – канал. Vast – огромный. Fascinating – очаровательный. Vibrant – яркий. Ancient – древний. Modern – современный. Side by side – бок о бок. Crossing point – точка пересечения, пункт пересечения.
So narrow is the Bosphorus that it seems more like a river running through a great city. Take a boat trip along it and you'll see houses, cafes, hotels and restaurants crowding down to the water's edge on either side of you. You would never guess that the two suspension bridges spanning the channel link two continents. You would never guess that the Bosphorus connects two great seas, the Black Sea and the Aegean.
Sorry. So here, new words for you. Boat trip – поездка на лодочке. Crowd – толпа, столпотворение, населенный, да? Next, suspension bridges. Two suspension bridges. Suspension – приостановленный, мосты, которые разъезжаются, да, suspension bridges. Spanning – охватывающий. The channel link – охватывающий канал, который link связывает два континента. Never guess – никогда не догадаетесь. Connect – соединять.
Unit C, where there is little or no traffic at all. Traffic is one of my least favourite. Financial district is on that side too. Land and houses are expensive, so lots of residents live in Asia and work in Europe. If you live in Istanbul, just going to work or college can mean changing continents twice a day. I've always found it one of the most fascinating aspects of the city. Unfortunately, there is no road tunnel under the Bosphorus. The bridges get completely clogged with vehicles during the rush hour and the ferries are crowded. Perhaps the city's commuters don't find changing continents quite so fascinating. Traffic is one of...
So, European side, европейская сторона, financial district, финансовый центр, expensive, дорогой, residents, жители, can mean, может означать, twice a day, дважды в день, Okay. Unfortunately, к сожалению, maybe this one, it is new for you, get clogged, засориться with vehicles, транспортными средствами на колесах. Rush hour, час пик, ferries, пароходы, perhaps, возможно, вероятно, commuter, пассажиры. Next.
Continents quite so fascinating. Traffic is one of my least favourite things about Istanbul, and the roads are far too busy for my liking. In the large and bustling Taksim Square, you take your life in your hands when you walk across. Cars approach dangerously fast from all directions, horns blaring and smelling like old oil cans. Fortunately, there are plenty of areas in the city where there is little or no traffic at all. So, whether you want to shop until you drop, view the historic sights, or relax in a courtyard cafe, there's somewhere that will be just right for you.
Okay. So, traffic, движение транспортное. For my liking, на мой вкус, bustling square, шумная площадь, шумный сквер, bustling. Take your life in your hands, рисковать жизнью. Approach, приближаться, подходить. Directions, направление. Horns blaring, клаксоны или сигналы у машины, да, клаксоны blaring, ревущие клаксоны. Smelling like, пахнет как. Oil cans, жестяные банки с маслом. Fortunately, к счастью, plenty of, множество. At all, совсем. Until you drop, пока ты не перестанешь. Historic sites, исторические места. Courtyard cafe, кафе с двориками. Right for you, прямо для тебя. Next, please.
Unit 6, pages 62 and 63. Reading. 500 years ago. You can't ignore the history. Its magnificent structures are of real architectural...
I'm sorry. Try again.
Unit 6. You can't ignore the history. Its magnificent structures are of real architectural splendour and a visual inspiration, especially if you have a camera to hand. By the end of your visit, you will have taken hundreds of stunning photos. The domes and soaring arches of the Hagia Sophia impress every visitor. This church, which became a mosque and is now a museum, was built 1,500 years ago.
What is happening?
Unit 6 is really uplifting and it
So, uplifting.
is one of my favourite buildings.
Okay. So, till this moment. Ignore, игнорировать. You can't ignore, ты не можешь игнорировать. Magnificent, великолепные. Architectural splendor, архитектурное великолепие. Visual inspiration, визуальное вдохновение. Especially, в особенности. By the end, к концу. Stunning photos, оглушительные фотографии. Domes, купола. Soaring arcs, парящие арки. Impress, впечатлять. Church, церковь. Mosque, мечеть. Uplifting, воодушевляющий.
The city itself was established 1,000 years earlier by King Byzas, for whom it was named Byzantium. So it continued for 900 years until conquered by the Roman Emperor Constantine and renamed Constantinople. Sultan Mehmed II, whose armies besieged and captured the city more than 500 years ago, made it the capital of the Ottoman Empire, which lasted until the Republic of Turkey was established by Kemal Ataturk in 1923. The city became known by its old name of Istanbul. Ankara, which is in central Turkey, became the capital of the new republic.
Okay, we stopped here. The city itself was established. Establish, учреждаться, основываться. Next, conquer, завоевывать. Был завоеван римским императором Константином. Next, armies, армии, besieged, осажденные, captured, захватывающие. Они захватили и осадили, да, этот город. Султан Мехмед. The capital, столица. Empire, империя. Establish, учреждаться, основываться. Okay, continue.
Unit 6, name of Istanbul. Ankara, which is in central Turkey, became the capital of the new republic. With such a long and varied history of empire, power and ambition, it is not surprising that Istanbul has such a wealth of palaces, churches, mosques, towers and fortresses with which to dazzle any visitor. The most well-known, the Topkapi Palace, the Hagia Sophia and the Sultan Ahmed Mosque are all close to each other in the old part of the city, so you can visit them all in a day. History may...
So, varied history, разнообразная история, ambition, ambiции, surprise, удивлять, a wealth of богатство, fortresses, крепости. Next, dazzle any visitor, да, ослепить любого посетителя. Well-known, известный. Palace, дворец. Close to each other, рядом друг с другом. In a day, за день. Посмотреть все можно за день. Next.
Unit 6, Istanbul, International Film Festival, music, average age of its population is 23. It may be all around you in Istanbul, but one of the Hagia Sophia and the Sultan Ahmed Mosque are all close to each other in the old part of the city, so you can visit them all in a day. History may be all around you in Istanbul, but one of the best things about the city today is its modern outlook. The average age of its population is 23, so it's a city of young people with ideas and aspirations. It has a new modern art museum and hosts an annual international film festival, music and opera festivals, ballet and theatre. During the long hot summer, the city's many cafes and restaurants are cool oases in which to meet and chat. They still buzz with life on winter days when one of Istanbul's frequent fogs descends or a heavy snowfall covers the streets. For anyone whose passion is shopping, Istiklal Avenue has everything you could want to buy and more.
So here we will stop. Modern outlook. Современный внешний вид outlook – это перспективы. Average age, средний возраст населения Стамбула 23 года, представляете? So young, really young city. Ideas, идеи, aspirations, стремления. Annual, ежегодный film festival. Ballet, балет. Cool oases, классный оазис. Chat, поболтать. Buzz with life, шуметь жизнью. Winter days, зимние дни. Frequent fogs, descents, когда опускаются частые туманы. Heavy snowfall, сильные снегопады. Covers the street, покрывает улицы.
This 3-kilometre pedestrianised street is said to attract 1 million visitors a day, but I'm not fond of it. International brands are rather too prominent. My favourite place to shop and eat out is the Grand Bazaar. It's the oldest covered market in the world. To me, it's irresistible, like a giant Aladdin's cave, beautiful and full of treasures. That's not a bad way to describe the whole city. There's something wonderful round every corner. If you get the chance, go and see for yourself.
So for everyone whose passion is shopping, passion, страсть, шопится, да? Next, pedestrianized street, улицы с пешеходными переходами, с пешеходом, да, пешеходные переходы. Attract, привлекать. I'm not fond of it, я не увлекаюсь этим. I'm fond of, я увлекаюсь. Prominent, видные, too prominent, слишком очевидны, слишком видны. Next, eat out, кушать вне дома, в ресторанах, кафешках. Irresistible, неотразимые. Giant cave, гигантская пещера. Full of treasures, полна сокровищ. Describe, описывать. Get the chance, получить шанс, иметь возможность. So, and here we have one exercise, and we should complete the definitions with the words from the box. So, which box do we have? Next, рядом. Next, it means 1, 2, 3, 4. Next. Okay, just do like this. Side by side. Side by side – это бок о бок. Значит, это рядом. Next. Rush hour. Час пик. Rush hour. So, it is okay. So, no, we will do in different way. We will look at these definitions firstly. The time early in the morning when people are traveling to work, and the time in the evening when they are going home again. Да? Вот это называется час пик, rush hour. Number 2 is A. To do something dangerous that could cause death. Что-то сделать опасное, что может привести даже к смерти. Это называется рисковать. To take your life in your hands. Number 4 is B. Next, to spend a lot of time in the mall choosing and buying lots of things until you're too exhausted to go on. Потратить много времени, выбирая, покупая всякое, пока ты не будешь истощен для того, чтобы продолжать. It means number 5, it's C, to shop until you drop, пока ты не перестанешь, да, пока не бросишь эту затею, шопиться. Next, to something else. Not next. To something else. What can it be? Okay. Which word we can use? I don't see. I'm too tired. Okay. E. For my taste. For my taste. It is for my liking. For my liking. И что у нас осталось? D, да, у нас осталось next to something else, рядом с чем-то, то есть side by side. So we did this exercise likely, and thank you for your attention for the presentation also. Goodbye.